Hi guys, it's Barbara, my redo. Um, Happy Thursday. I'm a couple days late making this video. I am on my way home from work. I ended up working late today. It is, what time is it? About 7:43 here in Chicago. I didn't mean to stay this late. I was going to leave work at 7, but I wanted to get something completed before I left the office today, and I did. I just hate that it took so long. So anyway, this is, I think, week 25. I forgot to double check this morning, but I'm pretty sure I did 24 last week, so I think this is week 25. Well, sadly, as I thought, I weighed in on Tuesday and was back up to 187.4. Now that's the weight I was 2 weeks ago, so that's a 1.8 pound gain back. If you remember, last week I had stayed the same, and this week now there's a gain. Now, so far my pattern has been big lose, or like new meals say a whoosh, and then I'll have like a little loss, and then I'll have 2 weeks of either gaining or staying. And so there's something, almost feels like my heart's beating, but way down in my stomach. That's weird. So last week having stayed the same, and this week being a gain. I am hoping that next week I have my whoosh, because next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, is my 6-month surgiversary. And my goal, if you remember from, it's just the weirdest feeling here. You know how when your pulses in your neck, or on your wrist, when you feel your pulse pulsing? For some reason, I'm feeling that like at my diaphragm area, I think, or right below my rib cage. I don't think I've ever felt that before. That's pretty weird. So anyway, I said my goal for this month. Well, my goal from the very beginning was, lose about 10 pounds a month, plus the weight I lost pre-surgery. So my expectation at my 6th month would be a loss of 70 pounds, which means I would need to be at 180 by Tuesday. And since I had gotten down to I think it was 188 last month, at the beginning of May 4th, then my goal was to get down to 178, or between 178 and 180. So, because like my doctor's expectation is about 8 to 10 pounds a month. At least that's the way I understood it. So for me to lose 8 to 10 pounds this month, that means I need to be between 178 and 180 on June 4th to stay on goal, for my doctor to stay on my goal, to not fall behind schedule and all of that. Which means I would need to lose, 7.4 pounds from Tuesday to Tuesday. I know it's not impossible, but it's probably improbable, being I'm out at 6 months now. But I have my big whooshes that, as per se, have been between about probably 5 to 7 pounds. So we'll see. As of this morning, I was back down to 185.9. So I do seem to be heading that way, but it doesn't mean it's going to keep going that way, because last week I told you I had seen 184.3 or 1 or something. Then again, this week, over the weekend, I saw 184.3, and then Monday and Tuesday was back up. Monday went up, Tuesday went up. So by Tuesday, and in fact, Monday it was out back to 185.6, I think it was, from the same as last week. And then Tuesday, I was up 1.8 pounds from Monday. And so my whole gain came basically in that overnight, which was really, really frustrating. But on the other hand, I half wonder if it wasn't all water, because I drank a lot of, wow, this guy almost hit a family because you don't know how to turn into his lane. I drank a lot of water right before bed on Monday night, and maybe it was still in my system when I weighed Tuesday morning. I don't know. So yesterday morning was Wednesday. I was down a little into the 186s, and today I was down, like I said, 185.9. We'll see if I keep going down. Now, so again, frustrated and upset, but trying not to be, trying to remember I have this pattern, trying to stay on par. I've been staying away from the salty stuff. Let's see. And for those of you who think I shouldn't weigh daily, besides the fact that it helps keep me on track, this is one of the reasons I do weigh daily. The fact that I know my weight was pretty much staying the same, like from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, went down a little bit over Saturday and Sunday, went back up to what it was a week before on Monday, basically where I expected would happen. Then Tuesday being different, seeing that happened over one night gives me more peace of mind than if I had only weighed last Tuesday and this Tuesday, because then I'd be trying to figure out how the heck did I gain 2 pounds that week. Whereas knowing it came overnight gives me more of that mindset of knowing it must be more of a water weight type thing, because you don't tend to gain actual 2 pounds overnight, but you can retain water to that nature. I also might be coming up, I can't never keep good track, but I think I might be coming up to my next cycle, and usually the week before my cycle I tend to retain a lot of water, so that might be part of it. So we'll see. So again, weighing daily has this time, specifically for things like this, definitely gave me more sanity than had I not known that that was a one-day thing. So let's see what else is going on. I think I'm starting to do a little more jogging, so I'm doing it on less days because I'm going for longer time periods. So I'm trying to still be good to my knee as I increase my endurance. So I have come to realize if I do too many days in a row, I end up starting to feel pain. But I seem to be okay if I put a day or two in between. So now yesterday I meant to jog and I just didn't get around to it. I was so busy at home. I never did take the time out, and that's a problem I have. I'll let myself be so busy and it's not busy with unimportant things. It was stuff that needed to be done, but I have to remember to take time out for me, for my health, and so like now it's 7:50. I'm not going to get home till 8:30. I don't know that I'm going to have the get-go to get myself on the treadmill tonight, and I really should, especially since I didn't yesterday. But it was either Sunday or Monday. I think it was Sunday. And I'm going to have to go back and look for sure. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure I did on Saturday I did a full mile. I think I put this on Instagram. I think I did a full mile, walked half a mile, did another quarter mile jog, and then walked and then another quarter mile jog. Then on Sunday, I think I did my warm-up walk, and then I think I did a mile and a half. And then a walk, and then a shorter jog, and then I walked, and I went till I hit like an hour and a half on the treadmill, but I ended the jogging after the mile and a half and after the next little short spurt, because like I said, I'm not trying to overdo it on my knee, but I am trying to increase my endurance as I go. So the fact that I did the mile and a half, and I felt really good after it, both with my breathing and with the way my knee felt and my body felt, and I wasn't feeling jarred around. It worked out really well, I think. So I'm happy with that progress I'm making as far as my jogging goes, and my walking. So I'm getting kind of excited there. I even contacted my cousin and asked her if when I get to the point I can do a full 3.1 mile straight, even if it's slow, would she be willing to do a 5K with me? And she sounded very excited and absolutely on board. Now, you gotta understand, my cousin got into running just a few years ago. Where I was a runner in high school, she became a runner in her 20s. And she's just been amazing with it. She's done all these 5Ks. She's done some marathons. She did the Chicago Marathon and qualified for the Boston, and then she qualified for something over, I think it was, I want to say Italy, but I don't remember exactly for sure. But just, I'm so impressed by her. And there was even a point where she fell and did some major damage to her knee. I I almost want to say crushed her knee bone, but I'm not sure. The patella, something happened, I think, to her patella. But where the doctors told her she wouldn't jog anymore, and she proved them wrong. She's still running and still racing, and it's just, I'm absolutely impressed by her. I really am. And me, I've never been one to run a road race. I never wanted to race anything more than a mile. I think I told you guys that. My race back in high school, I did the half mile and I did the mile, and there was no convincing me to run any more than that. Now, I would jog for endurance training for up to 8 miles, but to race it, oh God, no. I just had no interest in doing the top of my speed for that many. No. But the 5Ks, while they're competitive, they're also, not crazy competitive. It's not like you're trying to make first place for your school, or you're trying to make first place for your state, or you know what I mean? It's not one of those kind of competitions. So it's almost more like you're competing against yourself, trying to do the better than you did before kind of deal, instead of necessarily having to beat everybody else. So it's kind of starting to intrigue me, the idea. So like I said, I asked her, would she do that with me? Because I don't want to go do one of these alone. I'm intimidated. I really am. And so right now I'm halfway there. I am able to go 1.5 miles straight. So I'm happy with that. And I think I did something on Monday. And what I did, oh yeah, I did. And on Monday, what I chose to do was increase my speed a little bit on Monday. So I didn't go 1.5 miles or 1.5 miles. What I did is I went I went 5 minutes. I don't know how much distance it was, but I've been jogging at about 4 to 4.2 miles per hour and feeling really good about it, but I know that's slow. That's like 14, 15 minutes per mile, and that's kind of really slow, especially for somebody like me who my jog was 8 to 10 minutes and my race was 6 minutes or less. So, and granted, I know people race a lot faster these days, but we're talking almost 30 years ago, guys. Though, a girl doing in the, 6 or less was pretty good. I mean, I never got first place, but I did qualify and I went down to state finals and stuff like that. But, that's over and done with it way back then. But what I'm saying is, comparatively, for me to be doing a 14 or 15 minute mile now, I know that's slow. I know that people can walk that, and it's in a way somewhat embarrassing, but the fact that I'm improving feels good. So anyway, I've been jogging at my little jogging spurts a few weeks ago, I was only doing like 3.5 for my jog. So now I walk at like 3.2, 3.3, and I jog at, got up to jogging 4 to 4.2. So on Monday, I increased it to 4.5. And I only went for 5 minutes because I really did feel the difference. So I just wanted to do a little speed training there, and then I'll go back to doing my 4.2, and then I'm going to keep, somehow working it to where I go back and forth, and I'll increase my speed as I increase my endurance, but I'm more focused at the moment on my endurance. So if I get on the treadmill today or tomorrow, I'm going to definitely at least go for the 1.5. I'm not sure if I'll try for more. We'll see how my knee is doing. So far, so good. I may try to push it a little more. See if I can't do 1 3/4 miles. Who knows? I'll tell you what, being able to watch my television shows helps the time pass. I just can't do that outside. And I'd love to be jogging outside with somebody who will jog with me. And as much as my husband tried to be a nice guy, he turned it into too much fun and games for me. So I'm going to have to find somebody else to jog with me or stay on my treadmill. Either way, it works. So that's that. Am I boring you to death yet? Do I have anything new? No, sometime next week I have to get my blood work done because I go see my doctor on June 14th for my 6-month visit. So we'll see how my vitamins are doing. And I realized today that I've been a little slack on my vitamins the last couple weeks. And I did try taking them today, but when I get caught up in at work, I lay them on my desk so that I won't forget. And then I still forget because I'm so wrapped up in what I'm doing, I forget to look down and take them. But I did take at least some of them today. And there are days where I've missed them completely and days I haven't. Now, it's not like I'm not taking a ton. What do I take? I take, I should share this with you again. I think I have before, but we'll do it again. I take a bariatric multivitamin. Now, through my doctor's office, they sell capsules. Now, if anybody's interested in these capsules, they're for anybody. You can go online and order them. Their website is bmisurgery.org, if I remember correctly. And then in one of the tabs up the top to the right, I think it's something like patient resources, and under there it says store or something like that. And there you can buy protein powder and you can buy vitamins there. Now, we don't have to do chewables through my program. In fact, they discontinued their chewables, I believe. And it's three capsules, 1 capsule 3 times a day. And with having the bypass, I can swallow the capsule. When I had the band, I couldn't because it wouldn't go through where the band was. But now I can swallow big pills again. So it works out. I'm also taking vitamin D, and that's not because I was low or anything, but because my primary doctor, she says we don't live in a sunny enough climate, everybody should have vitamin D. So she told me to take that for the rest of my life. And you know what? That's fine. It doesn't hurt. And I'm taking zinc because it was suggested both by my doctors as well as by some research that zinc can help with hair growth. So I'm taking that. And of course I'm taking biotin. And I'm taking CoQ10. And that's per my doctor's instructions. They want you to take that for at least 6 months, but you can take it for life. It's something that's good for your heart. So I'll probably continue to take that because I want my heart to be healthy. And I take iron right now. I think it's just a 25 milligram pill. I just got that at the over the counter because on my last visit, if you recall, my iron was a teeny bit low, not much, a point or two. So I've been taking iron. Now I'm interested to see next week how my blood work comes out with the fact that I've slacked a little bit on some of my vitamins. Not a lot, but there are quite a few days where I didn't take them or I only took part of them. So it'll be interesting to see where I sit there. I feel good. I feel healthy. I've had no pains. I don't think I'm in gallbladder danger. I do want to ask him if there's a way if it's possible to do a scan or whatever and check on my bypass, make sure everything's still good, because I have found that I don't seem to get a full feeling. I either finish the portion I give myself or I finish in half hour and throw away what's left or put away what's left and don't finish. So I don't tend to get full, that I've noticed. But maybe it's because I keep on myself on a time schedule, or that maybe I'm lying. Maybe because there are times where I make myself a portion, and I wouldn't say I feel full, but I feel different. Like after so many bites of it, I'll feel like I don't want any more. Like I'll feel in my chest, but I don't feel like what I hear people describe it. I don't feel a clumping. I don't feel something sitting there. I don't feel a pain. I just feel like I don't need any more. So maybe I do get a full feeling. Maybe for me it's just more subtle. Maybe I'm wrong, but it would be nice to not have to stress about is it still looking like it's supposed to? Am I not, make sure I'm not overdoing anything anywhere, make sure I'm doing what they want of me. The fact that I have had some sweets, I'm a little nervous about my sugar. I'm hoping it didn't go up because I had some sweets. But again, it's nothing like the sweets I've had before, but still, I know it's not something they want us to be having right now. And for some reason, I can't seem to convince myself that I will survive if I don't touch any sweets that day. I don't know what it is with me. I have these talks with me every morning. And I have these talks with me as I unwrap the little piece and eat it. And I don't know what's wrong with me there. I know I need a transfer addiction, but I'm too broke to go shopping. So I can't go to retail therapy. Exercise hasn't quite become an addiction yet. I don't know that it can because I don't have enough time in the day for it. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but except keep trying to talk myself and remind myself that those aren't a necessity. They're a good little treat now and then, but I don't have to have it. And I just gotta, I'll just keep working on that, I suppose. At least I recognize it, and I do pay attention, and I do eat a lot less. I do need to keep more proper foods on me. I did take, I don't know if it was Downsizing Danielle or somebody reminded me to have some protein bars on hand, and so I did go down the street from my job. There's a GNC, and I went there and I got a handful of protein bars, so they are in my drawer. I have utilized a couple of them for breakfast, and a midday when I got really hungry. And then there's today where I stayed late for work and I didn't want to have to eat late when I got home. So I didn't eat a protein bar. I went downstairs and I got a gyro, and then decided that I really didn't want it. So I'm bringing that home to my husband. And I got a fish sandwich from McDonald's, and I ate just the meat part of the fish. I scraped off the breading, and I didn't eat the bread, and I didn't eat the breading of the fish. I just ate the white meat part with the tartar sauce. So probably not worth the $4 it cost me for the darn sandwich, because it's like 3-4 bites of meat. It doesn't give you much, but at least I didn't eat the other heavier meat, and I didn't touch the bread. I still won't touch bread. I won't touch popcorn. There's a lot of things I won't touch right now because either I'm worried about what it'll do to me, or I'm afraid it'll cause me sliding down the wrong hill. I have enough with my little bitty treats. I don't need to add to that. Do I have any good advice for everybody? Well, I told you about the vitamins. I'll be doing measurements next week. We'll see if I lost any inches this month. I think I might have, because like this shirt I'm wearing here, when I started being able to wear it about a month ago, it was pretty fitting, and now it's kind of loose. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's kind of loose here now. I'm having trouble with pants. The 16Ws I have are way too big. I mean, I can pull them off without unbuttoning them. I don't need them. But the 16s that I have don't fit. Or rather, the ones that I bought years ago and have don't fit. But other things so do I have any regular 16s that I bought recently? Yeah, I do. I have a pair of 16s that I bought a few years ago. Those fit, but the 16s I have from longer ago don't fit. So I'm kind of in this place where I can get them on and I can close them, but they hurt because they're too tight. And you know how it is. It's too tight. You can't hardly breathe when you're sitting and all that. I don't need to be uncomfortable all day at work. I really don't. So I'm sort of stuck on an in-between phase, though. I did order some dresses, and I ordered them in a large, mainly because my tops have been larges lately, and so my dresses I size more towards where my tops are because they fit differently than pants or a skirt do. So I usually get a smaller sizing dress. And I need some dresses for the end of June. So I'm hoping these fit kind of snug so that they're just right in time for that, but I don't know. I'll try them on when they come in. I ordered them from Macy's. I'm not sure how they'll look because I don't know. I just don't think I look good in dresses right now because dresses are not forgiving when it comes to rolls and fat and things like that. But we'll see. Maybe if I feel comfortable enough, I'll model them, take a couple pictures, and show you guys, and you guys can tell me how you feel and give me your advice, because you guys tend to tell me honestly, and I don't trust myself and my judgment. Other than that, life is going okay. My son is still struggling. I'm still dealing with the stress and pain of that. But that's all I can do is deal. He's gonna live his life and make his choices, and as his mom I have to love him but step back and let him make his choices. And it just, those of you who are parents, it kind of breaks your heart when you see your child hurting. And what's worse is when they're hurting because they're doing it to themselves and there's nothing you can do about it. My husband and I are getting along this week. We're doing all right. We do most of the time. The Instagram post you guys saw the other day, it was a really bad weekend, but things are better right now. He got up on a cherry picker and chopped down the dead tree that was in front of our house. And in fact, when I went to the farmer's market today, well, I didn't intend to go there, but I was walking downtown Chicago, and they have a farmer's market over at the Daily Center on Thursdays. And I stopped there, and there was some vegetables I got, and there was these people giving out free samples of some homemade coffee. So I tasted it. Oh my goodness, it was so good. And of course, I bought a bag. But I started right away. I started sharing it with everybody because I'm like, you know what? You guys all need to eat this. So, and then the rest I'm bringing home and I'll share with other people. Or maybe I'll use it to break up and put into cookies or something. But I also there happened to be a display there where they were giving away free trees. And since we chopped down a tree, I wanted to plant at least a tree. And I called my husband up and asked him, did he want these? And he said, sure. So I grabbed 2 trees and they're sitting in the back seat of my car and we'll get those planted. Hopefully they'll live. But I thought that was pretty cool. They're giving away free trees. I didn't have to pay for them. I was going to have to buy a tree. I wish I could pick up my phone and show you guys this cloud formation. It's literally cumulus clouds that are going straight up, kind of like a tower. It's not across the sky, it's straight up like a tower. It's really, but I just know if I pick my phone up in my hand, a policeman will be nearby and I'll end up with a ticket. And guys, I don't need that right now. I don't know about where you live, but here in Illinois, it's illegal to hold it. It's not illegal to talk. It's not illegal to use Bluetooth. It's not illegal to, like when I'm talking to you guys, but it is illegal to touch and hold your phone. Even for maps or direction, you cannot have it in your hand. You can hold a paper map in your hand, but you can't hold your phone map in your hand. How dumb is that, right? But anyway, it's awesome. It's kind of cool, and at the top, it's got a head almost like the sloth in Ice Age. Remember the movie Ice Age? The sloth. The top. It's got a head like that. Oh, this is so funny. Anyway, well, that's it. I'm gonna stop rambling and boring you guys. I hope I said something informative to somebody. I hope there, in some way, my experiences are encouraging to somebody. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. If you want me to elaborate on something in my next video, please let me know. Those of you who are new, thank you so much for being here and joining the support system. Again, tell me who you are. If I don't get a notification you've subscribed to me, I don't notice I'm subscribed to you. And I want to be supportive to everybody as well. And so, thank you again. And to all those who have been here since I came back and are still here, I appreciate your support. I'm so glad that we work together and support each other. And I hope we continue to do this for a long time to come. Take care, everybody.